A blissful morning to you, my wonderful learners of mathematics. In our change of subject series, this morning we shall be looking at having to use our squares and square roots. But let us start with squares. How do we eliminate squares in change of subject or formula? For instance, you are given a square equals 9 and you're asked to make a subject of the formula. How do you go about it? Now, just like subtraction is the opposite of addition, addition is the opposite of subtraction, so also square root is the opposite of squares. So when you have a square equals to 9 and you want to make a stand alone, you want to make a subject of the formula, the ideal thing is to find square root of both sides. Find square roots of both sides. Find square roots of both sides. So square roots is the opposite of squares. So when we find square root of both sides, that will be a square, then square root equals square root of 9. So this our square is going to cancel square root because our square root is like half. So it's just like having a square raised to power half. That's the meaning of square root. So this cancels this. So a equals square root of 9. And a equals the square root of 9 is 3. So when we have a square root, the way to get rid of when we have a square, the way to get rid of your square, excuse me, is by finding the square root. Let's look at another example. Okay, I have t square g equals 10k, and I want to make t subject of the formula. So if I look at this expression, if I look at this equation rather, t square equals 10k, I can see my t square is joined together by g by a multiplication process. So I get rid of that first. So how do I go about it? When I have a multiplication process, how do I get rid of it? I get rid of it by dividing. So I can divide both sides by g. I can divide both sides by g. I divide both sides by g. So I have t square times g over g equals 10k over g. So g cancels g. I'm now left with t square equals 10k over g. Now, having gotten to this point, my interest is to make t subject of the formula. So, and I told you anytime you have a square, the only way to get rid of that square is find square root of both sides. So